are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe in the news. Attempt to exclude Wike's loyalist caucus, trouble for PDP. The People's Democratic Party is facing internal turmoil after a failed attempt by its leadership to sideline loyalists of Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike. This political maneuver has thrown the party's upcoming National Executive Committee meeting schedule for June 30th into serious doubt. The NEC gathering was intended to set the stage for PDP's National Convention in August, during which new zoning arrangements and leadership decisions were to be finalized. However, efforts to exclude Wike and his close ally, PDP National Secretary Senator Samuel Ayaun, have backfired. The Independent National Electoral Commission has invalidated the party's May 10 notice for the INEC meeting, citing non-compliance with electoral guidelines. Specifically, INEC pointed out that the letter sent to it lacked Ayaun's signature, a critical requirement. According to INEC regulations, such notices must be jointly signed by both the national chairman and the national secretary of the party. In a letter addressed to the PDP and signed by INEC's acting secretary, Aliru Aminu, the commission reminded the party of the need to follow due process, warning that its communication was not valid until 2022 under 2022 electoral guidelines. The development has created friction within the party's leadership. Acting PDP national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damagun, has unilaterally sent the notification to INEC, a move interpreted by many as an attempt to bypass IAU and weaken Wike's influence within the party. This decision, while backed by some PDP governors, ultimately violated both INEC rules and the PDP constitution, which mandates that the national secretary must handle official correspondence and meeting notifications. This isn't the first time the party has attempted to bypass its own rules. A similar effort earlier this year was only resolved after urgent intervention from the Bukola Saraki-led PDP Reconciliation Committee, which persuaded Ayamu to sign documents necessary for the party's participation in the Anambra governorship election. Now, with the next meeting in jeopardy, PDP's internal crisis appears far from over. Analysts say the failed power play could deepen divisions and derail preparations for the national convention. Party members and stakeholders are now questioning whether the leadership can navigate the turbulent waters ahead without risking further instability. As the June 30th NEC meeting hangs in the balance, many are watching closely to see whether reconciliation or deeper factional conflict will define the PDP's immediate future. Honestly, political analysts are beginning to find it difficult to understand the situation in PDP. It seems as if their matter is even beyond this physical thing we are seeing on the surface. There are certain things deep down within PDP that many of the people in question have not come out to tell the world. For example, what is the big deal? If Ayahu decided not to resign and he is back and then is going to end his tenure at the end of the year, what will it cost them to be patient for him to finish his tenure? What's the big deal? Why is it difficult for PDP this time around to call our house to order and then begin to settle matters? Why is it difficult for them to stoop to conquer? Why is it so difficult for them also to condescend to each other? Come to your level. Some people will lose and some people are bound to win. And that is what politics is all about. But it seems as if this unnecessary power play, pride, and also display of money, showmanship, and influence is too much even for PDP. So many gladiators trying to have their own camp within one camp. They have succeeded in fractionalizing the whole house to an extent that there is no pillar again to hold the party. Look at ordinary letter, even for notification. So PDP cannot send that invitation again that is official and legally balanced. It is a shame that a party who has been ruling in Nigeria for over 16 years before power was taken from them can degenerate to this very level. And that boils down to the fact that most of these politicians in Nigeria have no ideology. Nothing is pushing them. There's no particular thing known for with them. We only know them to be conservative. But among them, we have those who are also, liberal, that run here and runs there. We just know they are the ones that are masters when it's going to cross carpeting. And also when they were in government, they are masters in trying to corner everybody by crook or other means and force to their party. Because I don't understand where intellectuals are. In terms of money, in terms of education, and in terms of experience, even in governance, they cannot hold their house together. No wonder, Achebe said when the center cannot hold, things fall apart. Things are falling apart in PDP now, not at the state level, but always at the national level, not at the zonal level. Why can't an Atiku sit down and be a father over all and condescend to the level of Wike? Why can't all them listen to voice of reason? Why can't a Wike to come down from his high tower of pride and let him sit down with elders, and then they think and work towards how to resolve the party, the issues? Look at now, June 30th, the meeting is already hanging in the balance. I don't know how they are going to do if they continue to behave like this. See, the ruling party will continue to have a free day. It seems as if the opposition has no teeth anymore now. We can see that they cannot even say anything, as it were. Even the media houses they are using before to do one or two things, even those people are beginning to see the other way around. And these are realities. And we need them to play opposition correctly so as to put the incumbent on their toes. And we can't rule out the fact that what they have done as opposition in the last 2 years brought good results. We can see that the incumbent could begin to roll out numbers about changes and improvement in the economy and the lifestyle of people, even though it is not enough, because with all the numbers, the common man on the street cannot still feel it in his or her pocket, in as much he cannot afford the stable food and transportation and even accommodation and shelter. The reality remains that we need a vibrant opposition, but it's a pity that we look at what PDP is doing. And any small matter, they will say is the incumbent that is trying to, scatter them. But they themselves don't seem to be ready to reconcile. They are the architect of their own misfortune. So I don't see the reason why they cannot sit down. Now, if this next meeting is, hanging in the balance, and then at the end of the day, they are not able to do the needful, what will be the outcome for 2027 election? Well, whether they like it or not, if they refuse to put themselves together, the others will do, and then we'll see what will happen. Let's keep our fingers crossed to wait. Let's don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.